Hey everybody, Artifact Mall Talk here, and I'm back at it again with yet another underrated deck series episode. And I'm talking Infernoid today. Infernoid is definitely one of these sleeper decks that had many chances to be a tier 1 staple deck, and at times did, but just didn't make the cut. When they got that grass looks greener before Ash came out, they had that potential. They got what they needed. They were a solid tier 1 deck that was even able to counter Zoo at a certain point in the metagame. However, when Ash Blossom came out, that's when this entire deck fell apart. Especially when that grass looks greener went to 1, which I still do not understand to this day. Grass should never went to 1. And I'm sorry, that's just the fucking truth. Grass should have never even went to 1 because arguably, grass is the wrong way to play the deck now because of Ash. And literally, the grass looks greener variant, this deck is literally a hit or miss. If you successfully hit grass without getting ashed, you win. It's that simple, you win. Unless your opponent has barrier statue or something like that on the field. You win, automatic. Because this deck will get so many resources ahead of you that you wouldn't be able to keep up. And the miss portion of this deck will be coming a lot more often now. And thus, it's just not good to really play the 60 card version of this deck anymore. The 40 card version is way better and actually really consistent. As I showcased in my test hands last night, that I was able to pilot a budget 40 card Infernoid deck online, and I think that was the last game too that I played until I started doing a mini market watch. But yeah, I went against Trickstars, a decently competitive deck right now. I say if I had to give Trickstars a ranking, they're like the 5th best deck right now. And they have only 5% in the metagame. And guess what? They're about to fall off the radar soon. When we get our water support, I have a few waters going to start coming back. So for our next deck series, I might have to do just water in general. Because all water decks are getting better with this new lake monster. So yeah, let's go online and look up the prices on some of these cards. Okay, we're back. Infernoid. And I've actually considered picking up Infernoid at one point or another, to be honest. But I just never got around to it because it's not a deck that I really favor that much. I mean, it's a cool deck overall, but yeah. But you can come over here, you see it. Probably the most expensive thing's Decatron. $2.19, 19 cents, 67 cents, $1.89, 24 cents, 60 cents, $2.23, 20 cents, $1.11, 22 cents. What the fuck? Oh, okay. 13 cents, 15 cents, 35, 76. Like, you see how cheap these cards can get? And even with the extra, you'll be able to build the deck for, I say, a good $60, I say, should be able to buy you the entire deck. That's right. $60 should be able to buy you a decent main and extra. You may have to go a little cheaper on the extra, but you'll make it work. And if you, let's say you work, right, in order to make money for a living, you'll be able to save more money aside than just getting allowance money from your family or just shit like that. Because, yeah, it'd just be more better for you to just work and just earn your own money. So you'll be able to invest in the game without any restrictions. But yeah, I say anywhere from $60 to $70 for Infernoids, and you'll have a decent rogue option that will allow you to maybe perhaps top some locals. Now, what I want to do is compare the 40 card version to the 60 card version. The 40 card version is not only more affordable, it is actually better. That's right, you heard me correctly. Better than the 60 card version. Okay. And now we're back. This, my friends, is the reason why playing the 40 card version is better. Do you really want to throw away $30 on 3 copies of one card? I know I don't. And again, Left Arm Offering I feel is extremely overrated. Ash Blossom is too good of a card for this to even have any competitive play. The moment you play this, Ash negate. But oh no. That's with Grass looks greener. However, with this, you have to banish your whole hand first. And then pray to the Yugi Jesus himself that your opponent does not have to Ash to fuck your day over. And if they do, you lost. Scoop it out. Because you're not going to be able to win that game. And your opponent has more resources than you now. Literally. And that's the price you have to pay for running 60 card decks that rely on that Grass looks greener. And that's why I don't really pilot 60 cards as competitively as I used to. I find 60 card decks a waste of money and a waste of space. Now that Ash is a thing. Even if Grass goes back to 3, Grass is never going to see as competitive play as it once did when it first came out back in February and when it was starting to get play in March. It's never going to be as good as it used to be. And yeah, and the problem with, and let's look up that Grass looks greener. And on top of that, yeah, $6.60 for that Grass looks greener. So that's almost, when shipping and handling comes out, that's about $40 for 4 cards. You know, you realize what you can do with that Infernoid? It's like, I say, about a little bit more than half of the cost of the 40 card version right there. And plus, keep in mind the 60 card version, you have to rely on shit like Snow, Grass, Left Arm, Luxaki plays that are just not going to get you anywhere. And these days, you need actual consistency. You can't rely on luck in Yu-Gi-Oh! Anymore. These days, you need to be able to open consistently 85% of the time if you want to be able to handle Zoo. And that's the truth. So, Infernoids, I say in the end that they're a really good deck. They can shit out themselves mad easy. Oh my god, can they shit themselves out mad easy. But my god, can the 60 card version brick. That deck is basically a hit or miss deck when it comes to Grass. But on top of that, keep in mind that Ash is still rolling around in the 3s. And we will have to literally be in a format where Ash is not really that good. Which I don't think is going to be happening in the game anytime soon. We reach a point where it's impossible for Ash to ever be bad. Like the last meta deck in the meta game that's not really affected by Ash as much is Zoo. Literally the last one. And once that deck gets loaded on the list, well, say bye-bye to being able to run your deck without searching. You're basically going to have to play into her all the time now. And it's just annoying having to face. It's just sad to see how such a powerful card had fallen to such pathetic lengths to even strive to be alive at this point. And those of you who know me already, I'll always advertise 40 card decks over 60 card decks because of the sheer lack of consistency you're going to have with your wins. You'll be taking lots of L's, I'll tell you that much. And this channel encourages creativity, so I'm not playing that zombie Lightsworn shit. I'm not playing it. Nope. I'm not playing zombie Lightsworns. Nope. Because that's something that's been immensely net decked in the community already. And if you net deck, you're trash. So I'm gonna practice what I preach and not net deck. Yeah. Towards the very end that night, I was already tired. And when I was playing Inferno, I was making all kinds of misplays, like making Crystal win. When my Decatron was like a level 10 or 11. And yeah, you have to play the deck on a straight head because you can misplay or misclick very easily with the deck. It's not a straightforward deck like Barrier Statue. But yeah. I'd say Infernoid's a pretty good deck overall. And some things to keep in mind. Snow could possibly get hit. And that will literally ruin the 60 card version because that version relies on Snow in order to get its plays going. Same thing with Twilight Swords. I find Twilight Swords relying on Snow, so I don't have to use some of their lower tier support in order to run the deck. But in the end, I say Infernoids is a pretty decent pickup option. After everything is mentally done out of my head, this deck should cost you no more than 65 bucks. Artifact Molotok, signing out. Don't forget to turn on those notifications, like, and subscribe. Peace.